BigBasket, Checkbook, and MobiKwik. Do you know what do these names have in common? Well, all the four companies were recently in the news for data breaches that had put personal information about their customers and clients at risk. This data was on sale on the dark web. In fact, this week alone, 3 companies were reported to have been targets of data leaks. These were stockbroking platform Upstox, cloud communications platform Root Mobile, and supply chain e-commerce platform Bizongo. Both the frequency and the level of these breaches were worrisome. For example, the Bizongo attack reportedly saw 2.5 million files containing details of enterprise clients being compromised. And Bizongo's enterprise clients include some of the most popular internet companies such as Delivery, Flipkart, Swiggy, Jio, and CureFit. According to a report by IBM, in the past 12 months, the Asia-Pacific region was the target of around 25% of the global cybersecurity threats. India was the second largest target of cybersecurity threats in the region, right after Japan. And nearly 60% of these companies who have been victim of cyber crimes in India were from the financial services sector. So why are data breaches and cybersecurity threats on the rise in India suddenly? Well, hello and welcome to Tech Circle. This is Devangana Ghosh, and here are the top 5 reasons why data leaks have suddenly become so rampant. First, work from home. Yes, that's right. Large-scale remote working, which became an imperative last year because of the pandemic, is one of the biggest factors that has put our personal and company data at risk. Working remotely has left systems of employees unprotected. And obviously, remote working doesn't necessarily mean you have the sophisticated systems and the VPN protected networks that you have while working on office servers. Moreover, employees often end up using office email addresses to log into work-related websites and tend to use similar passwords as well. And hackers love your official email IDs. It makes it much simpler to access internal office conversation and, more importantly, eventually once the hacker cracks the password. So what is the major device that hackers love to target? You guessed it right, your mobile phones. A recent Checkpoint study showed that 97% of enterprises globally face mobile threats that use multiple attack vectors, while 4 out of 10 mobile devices were prone to attack. A study by Deloitte also said that 1/4 of all employees noticed an increase in fraudulent emails, spam, and phishing attempts in their corporate emails since the COVID crisis started. Security company McAfee also noticed that between March to November 2020, the number of phishing links blocked by its software grew by over 21%, with an average of over 400 links blocked at home, pointing towards a rise in cases of cybersecurity. The second reason, inadequate security budgets. According to a report by British IT security firm Sophos, although India has a high number of companies with independent security budgets, about 52% of them fell prey to cyber attacks in the past 12 months. Why? The budget, it turns out, have remained unchanged between 2019 and 2021. The forecast by Sophos also showed that the median range of budgets allocated by cybersecurity is only going to change from 9% at present to 10%, a really small numbers which CIOs need to reconsider proactively. The third reason, skills shortage. There also seems to be a global security talent crunch. While the rise in security needs of global businesses, there is also the problem of finding and training through professionals. According to the International Information System Security Certification Consortium, there's a global requirement for 4 million skilled workers as we speak. There are only currently 2.8 million cyber professionals employed in 11 major economies of the world. Here too, the demand for additional professionals in the field is highest in the Asia-Pacific region, with an estimated requirement of 2.8 million trained employees in the cybersecurity system. Add to this, a 2019 Forbes study which showed that only 42% of the top 50 global computer science programs in the US included security courses for undergraduates, and the number is mostly similar to the rest of the world. Additionally, millennials don't seem to care much for a career in cybersecurity. A survey undertaken by ProtectWise found that only 9% of those interested in computer-related industries prefer a career in this space. The next reason, cloud migration and its risk. Although most cloud computing services are safe, the migration thus comes with its own cybersecurity challenges. Companies are increasingly storing sensitive data on the cloud. Around 21% of the files uploaded to cloud-based file sharing services contain sensitive data, including intellectual property, according to IBM. As such, cyber criminals can gain access to IP or other personal files in the event of security breaches involving the cloud. The most recent example of cloud vulnerabilities in India was in January this year, when 3.5 crore records of payment services provider JusPay were on sale on the dark web. The hackers got hold of the data through an old recycled AWS access key. A similar method was used to gain access to 25 lakh account details of online stockbroker Upstox, as well as in the attack on digital wallet platform MobiKwik. The misuse of access of keys, which are equivalent to username and passwords to gain access to APIs, are just one of the many vulnerabilities noticed in the cloud today. Another IBM study showed that ransomware loves the cloud. Well, ransomware has been deployed 3 times more than any other type of malware in cloud environments, followed by crypto miners and botnet malware. Phishing emails continue to be a key tool for taking advantage of poorly configured storage servers. Malware have also increased on account of large number of data that now constantly travels to and from the cloud. This is true not only for cloud infrastructure, but client infrastructure and devices as well. And then there is, of course, lack of cybersecurity awareness. Most employees are working remotely for the first time and aren't aware of the nitty-gritties of online safety. Threats can come through unidentified emails and attachments, having weak passwords, using office IDs for multiple websites, leaving passwords on sticky notes, unsecured mobile devices, and ultimately lack of training on the same by the employer. Phishing emails continue to be a key tool for taking advantage of poorly configured storage servers. Malware have also increased on account of large amount of data that now constantly travels to and from the cloud. This is true not only for the cloud infrastructure, but client infrastructure and devices as well. Additionally, what is the number one cause of cyber attacks? Yes, human error. The weakest link in most cybersecurity protocols are the company's employees. Hence, there is a need for constant education on the latest cybersecurity threats out there. Employees are also seen as an organization's first line of defense against cyber attacks. Hence, any enterprise can benefit from creating more cybersecurity awareness. This could be accomplished by setting up a formal cybersecurity training program, testing employee awareness, and through simple forms of even fake phishing emails, and having frequent discussion about the major cybersecurity problems. Well, that's all for today. Stay aware and see you next time.